I'm Reece Stein at your leisure at Strawberry Reservoir, Utah's #1 trout fishing pond, and biologists are giving the lake its semi-annual checkup to make sure it stays that way. Now, it was right here in the spring of 1968 that I began my outdoor coverage for television, and I thought, well, to celebrate 40 years of recreation reporting, I'd come full circle back to where it all began. Strawberry has been the favorite among Utah anglers for generations. We spend more than 1 million hours each year chasing the lake's big cutthroat and rainbow trout and kokanee salmon, and this should be another banner summer.
Fishing ought to be real good. You know, we've got a lot of the big cutthroat out there right now. We're seeing good numbers of those big fish.
They see those fish in these nets, samples they take twice a year to check up on fish numbers, growth rates, and general health. The nets are set at various locations and depths and are left overnight. The process has changed little in the 40 years since my first visit, right down to the tedious task of extracting the fish from the fine mesh nets.
Get it off his mouth there.
Oh, geez, look at him.
Just takes a lot of patience, a little bit of know-how.
Even by age 7, biologist son Trevor Ward is an expert.
There, finally.
Did you get him?
Yeah, I got him.
Trevor has one of those large cutthroat trout, the most important ingredient in the preservation of Strawberry as a fishery. Without these large carnivores, the lake would soon be overrun with trash fish. Fishermen cannot keep cutthroat trout between 15 and 22 inches. That gives them time to get big enough to eat the small chubs and suckers that have in the past taken over and ruined the lake.
You know, that's a great chub eater. Just starting to get to that age where it'll switch over to the majority of its diet being chub as the prey, and you know, with a few 100,000 of these, we can keep the chub from taking over the lake. So we need to have two key components: 18 to 20 inch cuts and lots of them. If we get those, chub don't stand a chance.
And the cuts are doing their job.
We're down by probably more than 60% in our chub catches. So, you know, it's really a lot better than it was. That just means that these cutthroat are really doing a good number on them. They're eating a lot of those small fish, limiting the production so that they don't take over the reservoir again.
Fewer chubs means more food for the rainbows.
We probably stocked him in, you know, a small 8-9 inch fish, and just look how big he's gotten in that first year. And that's a nice fish.
The ultra-modern fish trap has replaced the wooden shed I first visited 40 years ago. Here, fish are rounded up during the spring spawning season and stripped of their eggs.
We've been checking a bunch of these and they haven't been ready yet, but she's ready. It's real easy to tell. You can just squeeze right down through the belly there. The eggs will just strip out real easy.
The eggs are hatched and baby fish raised in the hatchery, where survival is many times greater than in the wild. These fish are then returned to the river upstream, where they will continue the cycle of making Strawberry the best fishing hole in the state. And just look at this gorgeous guy. What a beautiful fish. Things are looking great at the Berry this summer. Should be a great season for fishing, and I promise not to wait another 40 years to come back. I'm Reece Stein at your leisure at Strawberry Reservoir. There you go.